Bell Lily. I love their clothes, and I get asked a lot where I get my clothing, and so I'm going to put a link here with a coupon code. If you use that link and the coupon code, they'll give you a discount. So that is all the housekeeping thing I think I've got to tell you about. Let me see if I can get that to go through. Come on, there we go. Okay, hey Susanna, how are you? There's Hilda, Pauline. Thank you guys for being here. Now I'm going to get YouTube going. And this won't be a real long live. Like I said, we talked about this a little bit last night, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and just pop on here since it came up for me. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it. So how is everybody? I know like the East Coast looks like it's getting hit by what we had the last couple of days, and we're starting to dig out finally. But yeah, that storm was brutal. Just typing in some things here for the YouTubers. I can't hardly see well enough to make sure I typed it in right, but we'll see. So how is everybody? Hey Judy. There's a Susan. How are you? So anyway, we talked about you know, the limited supply of grapevine wreaths this year. You know, with the pandemic and everything, everything's in short supply, and I know myself, I've been having some trouble. Not a lot so much lately, but been having trouble getting grapevine wreaths, period, let alone that they're good, decent quality. And, you know, right now, I say beggars can't be choosers. We take what we can get. And, you know, there's some tricks that you can use if they are either too tight, too loose, warped. I mean, most all of them are dirty right now, so we got to clean those. But anyway, I pulled this one out. Like I said, I was looking for supplies for my wreath making group tutorial, and as you can see, it's not the. I mean, it's a little bit lopsided, which I can deal with that. I just plan that into my design. This side's a lot prettier, so I would want this side to, if I'm going to just use one side, like do a crescent shape, I would definitely want to put my open side over on right here. This side I can hide with florals, but if you can look at it, I mean, down here I can stick my finger easily through it. So you know, what are we going to do about that as far as trying to get our stems for our greenery, our florals, that kind of thing to stick? And a couple of things you can do. Number one, if you've got a big stem, I wouldn't do it if I had individual pieces, like if you had a floral bush and you were cutting off all the florals, say it's maybe a bush of 13 or 11, whatever, you're not going to want to do this for every one of those. But if you have a spray or a bush that has quite a bit of material with it, like some greenery, maybe some twigs, some flowers, that kind of thing, you could always, instead of inserting it into the grapevine and expecting the glue to hold, you could always put a zip tie and secure it that way, or use some floral wire and secure it that way. I like zip ties because they're quicker. But let me show you another way we can fix this also. And gosh, I just throwing sticks at me. I've gotten off lives before, and I've got a big chunk of leaves or something on my head or on my face, so that wouldn't be out of character at all for me. Okay, so like I said, I would, if I was going to use this for a design, you know, I rotate it around and let it kind of speak to me how it wants to hang, and I would definitely want to do it putting this side where we're not going to put any florals on it. Now, if the whole wreath was bad, then just put florals all the way around it, or maybe bring a sign here and cover up that bad part. But let me show you what I'm going to do for the loose side here. Let me make sure you guys can see. All right, But see, on the camera, I can even see all the way through. You can see the white background back here. But what I like to use is one of two things. You can either use what's called bind wire. This is bind wire, and it comes like that in a big spool. I got mine off of Amazon several years ago, and I've just been borrowing off of it. I did go ahead and cut some off because once I untie this, it just kind of like, bing, like it just kind of explodes. So I went ahead and I cut some off, but you can see it's a pretty thin wire, and it's covered with some jute-like material, and it has lots of different purposes, not only just fixing the grapevines, but say you've got one of those angel vine forms like a bunny, or you know, they have them as pumpkins during the fall. I've seen some acorns, that kind of thing. Say you want to attach some florals to that, well, you don't have any place to stick it, right? You can't hardly take some glue and stick your stem in there. You could use some of this and wrap it around that stem and secure it to the angel vine that way, and it just kind of blends right in. You can use this to attach like those pip berries that you see that kind of line the rattan and that. But anyway, we're going to use it to tighten up this grapevine. Now, if you don't have bind wire, but you have rustic wire, something like this, it's a little thicker, you could use that as well. But it just, you want to pick something that just kind of blends in with the grapevine. I have used pipe cleaners in a pinch, but I prefer to use something like this. But just find where, you know, where that starts giving you the problem. Say right up in here, in this area. So I'm going to take this, let me zoom in here. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to start wrapping that around. I'm going to start out by just tying it here. Okay, just kind of secure it there. And then let me get this back where it's a little bit more manageable. Like I said, it just kind of explodes when you undo it. But just take it and just start wrapping that around. Now you have to be careful because you can get it too tight too, right? And then you're going to have a hard time getting your stems in. And then another thing you want to try to kind of be aware of, which is a little bit difficult, but you know, where are you going to be inserting your stems? Because say I want to insert it right here. Well, I've got this vine here and I've got this bind wire right here. Then my space is going to be kind of awkward to try to get into. But we'll go ahead and just keep wrapping this. I'm going to slide this actually underneath of this big vine here. We'll let that stay the way it wants to be. And I'm just tightening it as I go. Again, try not to get it too tight though. See how that's drawing those together there, and now it's going to be a usable grapevine. Because if you know your stems are too loose in the grapevine, then you're not going to have it enough surface area contact with the stem to make it hold. And I want my things to hold long term. Oops. Just keep on wrapping that however far you need to go. Might have to come back up here and adjust it just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be, you know, real tight. You want to still be able to get your stems in. And you just keep on going until you don't need any more. Now generally, when I'm making a grapevine, if I see that I've got this much where I can put my stems, I'll probably put my bow here, or I could put it here. this part over here, I'm going to cover with greenery and florals and that, but I'm going to be inserting back here. So I don't have to necessarily go all the way up to this bad part, to the end of the bad part there. Okay. You might have to hold it with your other hand as you go. Still got a hole there, but there again, by the time I get here, I don't have to put my greenery all the way up there. We go one more distance here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and trim this off just so it's a little bit more manageable. Right now I'm just going to take it up here, tie it off, okay, clip it, and now we can use this grapevine. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not tight like it is over here, but it's usable now. Okay, and again, I've got a place here, but I can always use this part down here to insert that, right? That looks a lot better. And of course, I would go ahead, I'd trim off some of these, you know, really stray pieces like this and this. Depending on what part I'm going to leave open, then it will dictate how clean I get that side. So, okay. All right, let me see if anybody has any questions about that. And the bind wire, I just get it on Amazon. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Kelly in Berlin. All right, let me see if I have any questions. Hey, happy Friday to you, Janet. Hey, Julie. Julie, you're saying replay. We're right here. We're live. We are live. Hey, Angela. How are you doing? And there's Susan. So does anybody have any questions? Like I said, I had that going right now. I thought, well, I'm just going to get on and show that. We talked about it the other day, and, you know, trying to describe it and actually seeing it done is two different things. So let me see if I have any other questions. Hey, and Kelly, I just sent you a note on Etsy. You got that ribbon, and I can't get out today, so I put a note in there. They're out clearing or working on our subdivision now, finally, and if it gets clear enough, I'll get it out tomorrow, but if not, it'll probably be Monday. So I just want to let you guys, or let you know that. Oh, you're welcome, Hilda. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Vanita says she likes making swag wreaths. What idea and materials can I use to make the swag framework? Oh goodness, I've got a video on that. I'm trying to think if I've got it on my blog or if it's just on a, I think it's there on YouTube. I'll see if I can find that video and send it to you. But I use garlands. If I don't have enough beef to the garland, I'll double it up. You can use just a stick of wood. What else have we used? Trying to think. A swag. I don't have any real close to show you, but just even like a spray, you can just start with that and start building out from it. You can take one spray and face it down, one spray and face it up, put a bow there. But I'll see if I can't find that video for you, and I go through that at length. I'm trying to think of all of them off the top of my head, but the ones I make the most is with the garlands, and with like a wood, like any kind of wood, like a wood plank you could use. You could use a, I've seen people use rulers. I've not done that myself, but I've seen it done. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Hey, Pamela. Oh, you need the weekend off. I do too. I do too. I still haven't recovered from last weekend from our workshop, but I do feel better. But I've not gotten quite caught up yet, but I'm getting there. Janet's just getting off work. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. Like I said, if you are sitting on the fence thinking about joining our membership group, the enrollment closes tonight at midnight, and it won't reopen again until fall. So if you're interested, pop on in. Actually, like I said, I'm getting ready to make your video for Monday right now, and I'm excited about it. Sometimes I'm excited about it, and sometimes but this one I'm excited about. I've been wanting to do it for a while. Jean's wanting to know, wood rounds, do I varnish them first? I stain them first, yes. If they need it, then I always put them with sealer too. Hey Valerie, how are you? Hey Valerie, did you end up going ahead and order that shirt? I was curious the other day. You were asking me about it. Of course, it probably is too soon. You probably hadn't gotten it by now if you did order it. But I was just curious how the fit was for you. But let me know when you get it, if you ordered it. If not, no worries, but I was just curious. Well, I'm going to get off of here. I'll probably be live again tonight just to give a final, warning shot as far as our group. And if you have any questions, be sure and let me know. And I haven't decided if I'm going to make something tonight or what we're going to do, but we'll figure something out. So, hey Sheila. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thank you. Yeah, Connie's in the group. So's Valerie. Who else did I see here? Kelly and Jean. Who else is here? Well, and Julie. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and stay safe, stay warm, and I will catch you later on today.